Today, I want to share a four-part acronym that has been a game changer, a life changer for me. It's one of the great tools that I share with my coaching clients, and it really is an empowerment tool, not just for the empath, not just for the neurodivergent, but basically anybody on a mission, on a journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment. It's a philosophy based on four pillars, and normally it applies to communication. Communication in terms of the external world, from the self communicating with others. But if we reverse it and apply this four-pillar process, philosophy, axiom to the self in terms of mindset, but in terms of how we communicate to ourselves, so much changes. My name is Vital Germaine. I'm a 7-time author, including the book Pink is the Color of Empathy, Reaching Higher, Think Like an Artist. If you want to find out more about my books, check the link in bio. Also, please remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Let's dive into it. This is borrowed from a TED Talk, one of the top viewed TED Talks on TED. The acronym that I want to share with you, easy to remember, is HAIL. H-A-I-L. It's a TED Talk delivered by an English gentleman by the name of Julian Treasure. Please, I highly recommend go and YouTube Hail by Julian Treasure. I've borrowed and I'm adapting his platform for the purpose to make it very specific for personal development for the self. So the H is for be honest. Again, it's a communication axiom. Julian Treasure is promoting to have honesty when communicating with others. But if we reverse that and we start to apply that to the self, so much changes. And here's what I mean by that. Empaths, very kind people, HSP, have trouble setting boundaries. Why? Because they're not necessarily being honest with themselves. I'm going to elaborate and qualify what I'm saying. If I'm going to be honest with myself and somebody asks me to do something and I don't want to do it, and I recognize that I don't want to do it, I'm being honest with myself. Vital, you don't want to do this. I'm being honest. And that's going to empower me because I'm registering and acknowledging that I don't want to do this for this person. And because we avoid this initial first step, our immediate response as a HSP, as an empath, as a kind person is we want to help, we want to save, we want to fix. So we don't even self-evaluate and acknowledge and recognize how is this going to impact me? Our immediate response is yes, I will do it for you. Because we haven't been honest with ourselves. We say yes when the real answer, the honest answer was no. Think about that for a second. How honest are you about your own feelings, about the things you want to do? How honest are you with yourself? We lie to ourselves a lot. We deny certain things because we have the guilt and the shame if we look in the mirror and truly face ourselves. Be honest with you. That means acknowledging, recognizing the dark, the ugly within the self, and leverage that as a platform for personal growth. I'm being honest with myself. This is something that I don't like. Here's an area where I've not honored my values. Here's an area where I've lied. Here's an area where I've done this. Be honest with you. Look in the mirror. Look into your darkness. Also, while doing that, make sure to acknowledge your attributes, the beautiful things about you. Be honest about those things too. Yes, I am an empath. Yes, I am a nerd. Yes, I am an athlete. Yes, I am sexy. Yes, I am whatever the thing is that you are. Be honest with yourself and own it. So that was the H. The A is for authenticity. Continuation of what I just said. I am an empath. Therefore, I'm going to live with authenticity. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to tone down my colors or the volume. I'm going to be me. This is who I am. I'm going to be authentic. I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to BS myself. I am being authentic. This is who I am. I own it with dignity, with pride, unless you view pride as one of the seven sins, but own who you are. And authenticity is a major talking point in my book, Think Like an Artist. We are afraid of ourselves. We are therefore afraid to show the world who we are. So that reconnects to honesty. We live in denial. We hide ourselves from the world. We're living a lie. We're not being honest. Subconsciously, that inspires guilt and shame. Own who you are. Be who you are. So the H was for be honest. The A is for authenticity. The I is for integrity. Are you doing the right thing? So going back to Julian Treasure in terms of communication, when we communicate with integrity, it means we are doing the right thing. We are connected to our core values. We're doing the right thing. Whether anybody's watching, yes or no, we are doing the right thing. So if you are doing the right thing, it means you are living in alignment with who you are, going back to authenticity. But you've got to have a level of integrity to yourself. And integrity to the self means, again, honoring who you are. Not lying to yourself. Integrity. Do the right thing for you. And this now ties back into the boundaries. If I have integrity for my own well-being, if I have integrity for my soul, my spirit, my intellectuality, my creativity, the essence of who I am, I'm going to honor and protect that person because I have integrity. It might sound selfish because integrity is normally something that we have towards other people. It's a reflection of our inner character that we give to the world, but we rarely give it to ourselves. Going back to the boundaries. If I'm violating my own boundaries or I'm not honoring me, I am living out of alignment without integrity for myself. Do the right thing for you. Again, it might sound selfish. Do the right thing for you. Somebody's asked me something. Oh, I want to do it. I want to say yes. I've got to be honest with myself. No, I'm going to live with integrity. This does not align with my core values. I'm uncomfortable. I don't really want to do it. I'm going to honor me. Integrity. So the H was for honest. Be honest. Honesty. The A was for authentic. Authenticity. The I was for integrity. Now, going back to the word honest. This last one I'm going to share with you qualifies the honest, because honesty can be brutal. It can be hurtful. It can be harmful. Honey, do these jeans make me look fat? Why, yes, they do. It's honest, but it's hurtful. So how do we fix the sometimes unintentional pain that brutal honesty can give? And that's the L for love. Not as in romantic love. Love as in respect, consideration, emotional intelligence, diplomacy, tact. That's the L. Honey, do these jeans make my bum look fat? You can avoid the brutal honesty by saying, yes, they do, by saying, I prefer the other jeans. They're not the most flattering jeans that you have. I love the... We've been honest without hurting anybody's feelings. Now, how does that apply to the self? It means you've got to have empathy for you. Forgive yourself, be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself. We give love to everybody, often forgetting to give it to ourselves. We actually disrespect ourselves when we compromise the essence of who we are to accommodate the needs of other people, because we're people pleasers. So if you look at it this way, being a people pleaser is demonstrating a lack of self-love, which I don't like the term self-love because that's emotional, intellectual masturbation. Love is something we give, but in this circumstance, I'm adapting it in terms of the love, meaning respect, empathy, emotional intelligence, kindness to the self. Self-care is the word that I prefer. Self-care, which means it is okay to make yourself the priority when necessary. I don't like self-love, and I don't want to go off on a tangent. I don't like the term self-love because love is something we give. Self-love is actually the definition of narcissism. I look in the mirror, and it's based on the story of the narcissist, looks in the mirror, sees his reflection, falls in love with his own beauty. I love myself. Look how amazing I am. Love is something we give, but self-respect is positive. Self-integrity is positive. Authenticity is positive. So there you have it. H, honesty. A, authenticity. I for integrity, and L for love. If you implement those 4 pillars, your life will change exponentially. Once again, my name is Vital Germaine, 7-time author, life coach. If I can bring you value as a life coach, please connect. My link is in the bio, in the description below. Connect with me, see if we're a good fit. Read my books, take my online courses to become an empowered empath. My objective is to create a community that is supportive and understanding, and by bringing value to those who subscribe to my message. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to do so. Everybody, thank you.